Hello. It has been such a delight to get to know your child during the Connecting Kinders program. And this short video today is just to share with you a few important messages that will be helpful as you prepare and your child prepares to start kindergarten in the new school year. Normally, we would welcome you into the school for a face-to-face parent information meeting, but unfortunately, due to COVID-19, we're unable to hold that meeting this year. This week at Connecting Kinders, you would have received a pack, and inside the pack are some documents and information that will be of support. So this video just will help unpack some of that information. In the package, there's a social story, and a social story is a story that you can share with your child can look at over the next couple of months in preparation to start school. And so there'll be pictures of people who they might have seen during Connecting Kinders. There'll be pictures of places that they will have visited. And all of this information just helps with their confidence and sense of familiarity as the time to start school approaches. Also in the pack is a handout for kindergarten 2021 specifically. Inside this document, there is a lot of supporting information about things to get ready, information about what the first day will look like. There's some checklists there to help you out as you and your child prepare for that first big day. Just to take note, as our school year is coming to an end, we are in a position where we need to maintain our current guidelines for drop-off and pick-up. So I'll unpack that a little bit further and explain to you what day one will look like. Just also to note that inside the pack, there's a little flyer about school bags if you are interested. Again, school bags are not compulsory to buy, but our PNF do sell the school embossed bags. So if you're interested, there's a little flyer there telling you information. So a few bits of information to share with you today. Hopefully it helps. Please remember, as shared before, if you have any questions in these coming weeks or months, as you're preparing to start with your child next year, be in touch with us and we'll be able to support you as your child begins this very exciting next chapter. I'm excited to be able to share with you today and announce our kindergarten teachers for 2021. Often it's a question that is asked, and so it's really great to be able to confirm the staffing for kindergarten for next year. In 2021, our kindergarten teaching team will be Mrs. Melissa Cannon and Mrs. Kathy Ward. Mel and Kathy are a fantastic kinder teaching team, and a great bonus for your children is that they are the teachers that have been facilitating the Connecting Kinders program. So I've had the opportunity to get to know your child, and your child has had the opportunity to become familiar with them as well. Mel and Kathy work really closely together as a kinder team for both the preparation, planning, programming, and the teaching of our kindergarten cohort. So it gives me great pleasure to be able to confirm that Mel and Kathy will be the teachers of kindergarten next year. In the next couple of weeks, we will work together to complete our kinder classes, and we'll inform you of which class your child will be in. So KC with Mrs. Cannon or KW with Mrs. Ward. In preparing for kindergarten next year, parents sometimes ask, what can I do at home? And just a few things that can be helpful in preparing your child for kindergarten. They practice writing and recognising their own name. We know that for some of our kinders, they're still mastering how to write their name, and that's absolutely okay. But being able to recognise their name is really important too. Familiarising your child with their school bag. So which bag is theirs? It might have something on it that makes it easily identifiable. Also ensuring your child can pack and unpack. So it sounds a little bit silly, but just practicing putting lunch boxes in and zipping up the bag, or making sure that they can unpack their bag as well. If you are able to, maybe practicing some of those fine motor skills, the dexterity and strength in fingers, any of those making and building games are always really good for the fine motor skills. And also just looking at their pencil grip if it's something that if they are doing a lot of drawing or colouring at home. And inside the information booklet, there's information on pencil grip and letter formation if that's something you are looking at home. Another thing just to think about is preparing lunch boxes. And we do recommend having separate little lunch boxes for recess and lunch, and then a crunch and sip box with some fruit or veggie in the crunch and sip box. So if your child is able to know which lunch box is for which break, that's really helpful. But over that first few weeks, they become familiar with what they look like. So that's just something to think about. And if for your child, tying shoelaces is something they're ready to be learning how to do, and they're coming to school with laces in their shoes, it is something you might have a little practice of in preparation for kindergarten. School uniform. Our school uniform supplier is Gunns Men's Land, and you can purchase all uniform requirements down at Gunns. We also have some items available through our clothing pool. If you are interested, you can contact the office. Just a little bit of a reminder about uniform. We do pride ourselves on our students wearing correct uniform, and a reminder just with regard to socks. So short grey socks for the boys, white short socks for the girls. And on sports days, plain navy shorts. We don't have branding showing on shorts, so just plain navy shorts and white socks for sport days. And that school hat, so important, all year round. So we have that policy that hats on to play, and so that's something to really make sure that you have ready for the beginning of the school year. Just in terms of other items to prepare, a book bag for notes, reading materials, readers. So you can see there a little picture of a book bag, and we do have the P&F sell the book bags. Your child will also need a library bag for borrowing at the school library, and this needs to be separate to the book bag. Just a note there on the book bag that no less than A4 size, just so we can get everything into that little book bag. Paint smock, preferably with a towel sewn or a towel section in the front, and the P&F have those for sale as well. Just be really aware of the paint smock having that thickness at the front. Little ones tend, the first place they put their hands is right on the front of their paint smocks, and if that fabric's just a little too thin, it can soak straight through to uniforms. So Dad's old shirt sometimes was a great art smock, but sometimes that paint soaks straight through. So just, a quality paint smock, and we do have those for sale. A school bag that's large enough to fit everything in. So it's a bit of a tricky one because sometimes the bags look bigger than the kids, but we just need to make sure that we have a school bag that they can get everything in and then zip up easily. In the information booklet, there is a list of other things that you might need to prepare. Underneath the little video box there, it says label everything. And as you well know, if things aren't labelled, sometimes they don't make their way home. So hats, book bags, library bags, even shoes, it doesn't hurt to label everything because if it's labelled, we can get it back to its owner really easily. So all of these things preparing for that first day, and that first day will be Thursday, the 4th of February, 2021. Rest days, as previously mentioned, will be on Wednesdays throughout February, and of course we start our year in our summer uniform. Best Start testing, and I spoke to most of you at interview about Best Start testing, and so Best Start is that one-on-one interview or time to connect between the child and the teacher. And during that time, there's some little literacy and numeracy activities, and it just provides the teacher with information to allow them to start the year in the best way possible, knowing your child, and to be able to cater to your child's needs. So those appointments are set times, and you'll be notified of that time in the next couple of weeks. Best Start testing happens on the 1st, 2nd and 3rd of February, so the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Kinder will start on the Thursday. So again, we'll let you know your time. If there's any problem with that time, be in touch with Kylie or Alex in the office and we'll see what we can do. But it is a bit of a juggle to make sure we get all of that testing done in those 3 days. Just moving on to drop off and pick up. And as you're aware, we have been impacted by the COVID-19 guidelines and we're preparing for the new school year based on the information we have at the end of this school year. So just to give you a little bit of a picture about drop off and pick up, under normal circumstances, school commences at 8:55 and finishes at 3:15. The playground is supervised from 8:30 a.m. and students can enter from the Underwood or Dalton Street gates. The infants or cater to pick-up area is located at the Underwood Street gate on the cater to campus. Just a little note there, please be aware of bus zones around the school, just making sure you're parking in the correct area and avoid being fined. So that's our normal procedures. For the first 2 days of kindergarten, we are going to put into place a different procedure to support your children and support you as you become familiar with what it looks like and to also ensure that we are meeting COVID-19 guidelines. So the first 2 days of school. For the first 2 days only, arrive at the school between 9 and 9:15 and you can enter, as mentioned, via the Underwood or Dalton Street gates. The kindergarten teachers will be ready to meet you at the undercover area outside the kindergarten classrooms. So you can bring your child to the area outside the kinder classrooms, but due to COVID-19 guidelines and similar to the Connecting Kinders program, we just ask that you support a smooth drop-off by moving in and out of the school as quickly as possible. On arrival, can you please approach the sign-in table, ensuring you include afternoon pickup plans for your child. Those afternoon pickup plans are really important for us to know so that we can support your child at the end of the day. A staff member will meet you and support your child as they move to their classroom. So we ask that you do not enter the kindergarten classrooms, but make your way out of the school as quickly as possible. We are yearning for the day that we can have our parents back in our classrooms, but unfortunately, these are the guidelines that we need to follow at this time. So again, for that first 2 days only, for the Thursday and Friday, if you can arrive at the school between 9 and 9:15 to the undercover area outside the kindergarten classrooms, and you can enter the school via the Dalton Street or Underwood Street gates. Staff will be there to greet you. You will sign your child in and you provide the pickup plans in the afternoon, and a staff member will transition your child into their kindergarten classroom. The children have been spectacularly confident during Connecting Kinders, so we think this will be a very smooth transition on that first 2 days. At the end of the day, again, just for the first 2 days, we ask that you pick up your child at 3 p.m, not at 3:15. This will just help you and your child become familiar with what it looks like at the end of the day and the pickup procedure. It is a very busy time at the end of the school day, so if we can just provide our kinders 2 days of what it will look like without the busyness of the 3:15 end of day rush, I think that will be a really positive thing to do. So first 2 days only, pick up your child at 3 p.m. from the Underwood Street gate pickup shelter. Now, if your child catches a bus and is going to be catching a bus in the first 2 days, that's absolutely fine, and I'll explain a little bit more about that in a moment. So that's just those first 2 days, and again, that information is recorded in the booklet. So for our children with pickup and also bus travel. So if your child is catching a bus to or from school, that's fine. No problem to start that in the first couple of days, but it'd be great if we were aware that they were doing that. Bus pass application forms are available online, and in your parent handbook that you would have received in your original package, there'll be information about the bus passes. It is best to check with the bus company for advice on which bus your child should catch, where you need to be in the morning, and drop off and pick up times for the buses. All of that information is best gathered directly via the bus company. We do recommend and strongly ask and encourage, if you can put a bag tag on your child's bag and label, and it might be just a slide-in bag label, what your child will be doing each afternoon, that is very helpful. So you can see just an example there of a little bag tag. Might say Monday pickup, Tuesday to Thursday on the Rooster bus, and Friday is pickup. And the bus company will tell you which bus, the name of the bus that your child would catch. It's really great as after that first couple of days with the bag tags, because often we have teachers coming from either campus to do bus duty. And if your little one is just a little unsure of what they're to do in the afternoon, if we can check that bag tag and know that today is Friday and Friday is pickup day, that's what you need to do. Or it's Wednesday today, so that means you're going on the Rooster bus. So really encourage, if possible, and it helps us out as well, if a bag tag on your child's backpacks explains what that afternoon routine looks like, because it's not always their kindergarten teacher who will be there with them if they get a little confused or they're in the wrong spot. So it just helps keep your child safe. Just to come back to a little bit about COVID. So for us at St Lawrence's, due to the nature of having dual campuses and the busyness of the area with the bus zones, we have made, and at my discretion, the decision to allow our parents to move in and out of the school site at the beginning and end of the day for drop-off and pick-up only. So the current guideline is that parents are not to come onto the school site unless necessary. We need to make that exemption for drop-off and pick-up. So with regard to that, if you could just continue, as we do in all settings at present, to respect that physical distancing and avoid gathering inside the school grounds to chat with friends. Just moving in and out and following and supporting the protocols would be very much appreciated. Absolutely, if you need to enter the school, no problem, but just come to the school office at any other time of the day outside of drop-off and pick-up, and we can assist you. But we are just really promoting that physical distancing, good hand hygiene if you must visit the school office as well. So thank you in advance for supporting our COVID safe protocols. But as you've heard, those first 2 days we are going to, at my discretion again, allow you to come right into the kindergarten undercover area to drop your children off. Just a quick bite of information, pardon the pun, about the canteen. Now, canteen is available daily at St Lawrence's, and you will have access to the canteen menu and ordering via the Compass Parent Portal. So more information will be provided to you about that. There is a little tuck shop on the Cater 2 campus which opens when there are helpers available as per the roster, and more information will be shared in the newsletter about that. We do encourage our children to have a sticky beak lunch order bag. So that's that little bag pictured here, and there's information about those in the booklet. They are also available via the PNF. And when our restrictions allow, our parents are most welcome and invited to come along and be a volunteer at the canteen and help Mrs. Sydney out. So more information to come on the canteen, but there is a daily canteen and you can order online, and that helps with reducing money handling as well. Okay, a few more messages of importance. Attendance and the tracking and recording of attendance is really very important from the school perspective. We need to be able to account for when your child is and is not at school and the reasoning that they may not be at school. So in terms of partial absence, and that is where maybe you arrive late to school for a particular reason or you need to collect your child, you need to attend the school office and sign your child in or out And then the current nature of sign in and sign out is that we will collect your child or take your child to the classroom. So coming to the school office to sign your child in or out. Be aware that the gates on Underwood Street do get locked, so if you are running late, you will need to pop around to the office. All-day absences, also incredibly important, that they are explained within a period of 7 days. This explanation can be in written form, emailed, or through the Compass Parent Portal. That is the easiest way to report that absence and provide the reason for the absence. So really important that that happens within that 7-day period. A little mention of uninterrupted learning. At St. Lawrence's, we really try to protect the learning time, particularly in the morning block from 9 to 1:15, where our children are very much engaged in literacy and numeracy teaching. And where possible, we try to avoid interruptions to learning. So if you need to make an appointment, which sometimes happens, you can't get into the doctor or the dentist or whoever it might be, if you can try and avoid that critical learning, literacy and numeracy time, that would be appreciated. Partnerships and communication. You've heard me speak about this before. The Compass Parent Portal is a key place for you to be able to access information and connect with the school. So you will receive information early in the new year about how to connect to the Parent Portal. And Kylie in our school office and Alex also will support you in connecting to the Parent Portal. I just encourage you to stay in contact with the newsletter. It's a great place not only to celebrate what's happening at the school, but also to be in the know and in the loop with events that might be coming up. Please, a reminder to contact the teacher if you have any concerns. Emailing or telephoning to arrange appointments is a great starting point, but please be aware that teacher emails are not the appropriate channel for immediate messages during the day. So if you have a change of arrangement for your child for pickup, please don't email. Please call the school and we'll make sure that the message gets to the right person so that your child gets home safely. Finally, student buddies and family buddies. So your child will be allocated a Year 6 student as a buddy, and another program in our school that we run for our incoming kinder families is the Family Buddies program, where a current St. Lawrence's family will be teamed with yours, and there's not a lot to it really, other than being available to you to answer questions just in that first term with events that might be happening, or if you're not sure about something. So our Family Buddy program is a really lovely way for our current families to support new families, and you'll be allocated a buddy family as well. Finally, thank you for choosing St. Lawrence's Parish School for your child to commence their kindergarten journey in 2021. We are truly looking forward to welcoming your family and walking with you as this new chapter begins. A reminder that if you have any questions, please contact our school office and we'll be more than happy to reassure you there is no question too big or too small that we can't help you with. And we really look forward to seeing your child again in the new school year at Best Start, and then on that first day of kindergarten on Thursday, the 4th of February. We wish you at St. Lawrence's, from the St. Lawrence's School community to your family, a very beautiful, safe and holy Christmas season as we prepare now coming into Advent for the coming of Jesus. You also prepare for your child to start kinder. So God bless. Have a lovely Christmas and we look forward to seeing you in the new year.